I haven't had a single break since becoming a mother 9 months ago, and it's starting to take a toll on me. So enough is enough. I'm finally going to lean on my village and take some time for myself today. So I guess I just want to show you what a day in the life of that looks like and show you that mum burnout is real. Hi, my name is Coby and I'm a mum to a 9-month-old daughter, and I feel embarrassed to say this, but I'm starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed. My days are blurring together. My to-do list feels never ending. I always feel like there is more to be done, and I even feel resentment to my husband because it feels like his life hasn't really changed that much, and he feels like he has so much of his freedom and his old life. But I also know that's not rational because I know he works so hard to support our family whilst I get to stay at home with our daughter. So deep down, I know I feel this because I'm feeling so burnt out, and I feel guilty for even thinking this because I love being a mom. I don't want to be away from my daughter. What I want is to have less mental load. So today, I'm going to take the first step to fix this because I know I can't pour from an empty cup. Usually I wake up and I start cleaning straight away. I empty the dishwasher because Emmy is now in her phase where she loves to climb into that thing. But today I'm going to say no. I'm going to do something that I want to do, not that I need to do it. I'm going for a run right now. It's my third one ever. It's 7 a.m. right now. Okay, I can hear Emmy starting to stir a little bit, but you know what? That's not my problem. Like, I know her dad is here, so I am committing to taking time to myself. I started running last week because I kept seeing the videos of people running the Sydney Marathon, and honestly they look like they're having the best time, and I want in on that energy. And I have been doing Couch to 5k, and honestly it's really fun, especially with a really good playlist. I've just done my third ever run. Now I'm gonna go home for a shower. Today my parents are coming over to look after Emmy, and Will and I will go to a movie. We used to love going to the movies before having a baby. I can just feel it. Today is gonna be a good day. Okay, I realized that we don't have any frozen purees left. I usually meal prep, and I just feel like this week I've been like all over the place. This morning, I'm just gonna quickly whip up our meal preps. So the key things I need to make right now is our poo-poo puree, which is really just like pears and prunes. Emmy loves to have that with a yogurt every single day, so we've run out of that. And also we are on our last portion of porridge. Like, she has porridge every single night for dinner. I'm going to quickly make some of that because otherwise she won't have anything to have for dinner, and that would be very bad. So I'm currently just cutting up some pears to steam it. So we'll puree it and freeze it. I've said this before, but I'm really the laziest person when it comes to cooking. So I really rely on meal prepping, especially when it comes to my daughter's meals, because being a mum is really hard. Like, I do not have time to cook every single day. I also have a playlist of me doing meal prepping where I prepare a whole month of food in 1 hour. So if you want like recipes and ideas and inspiration, I'll link that here for you to check it out as well. So now I'm going to steam these pears so we can puree them, and whilst we do that, I'm going to start preparing the congee. And I swear, ever since I started running, I am thirsty all the time. For our congee slash porridge for the week, we are going to have spinach and beef, which are both really good sources of iron, as well as some sweet potato because Emmy just loves sweet potato. Excuse the terrible lighting situation right now because you're under my kitchen cabinet, but we are going to make our own mince. So we went to a meat market and I got this. I didn't even realize it was Angus beef. That seems really fancy and bougie for a baby. My plan for this is I'm going to keep half for ourselves and I'll make like a Hokkien beef noodle, and the other half I will mince it. Hold on, Emmy's just woke up, so let me just grab her, nurse her, give her to her dad, and then I'll come back to this. And then I'll tell you kind of like this new arrangement that we have where Will looks after her on the weekends and the mornings. Emmy, good morning. So I'm finally sitting down to get ready for the day, and I said that I'll tell you about this like new arrangement where dad takes baby for the mornings, especially on his days off. So let me start from like a fight Will and I had. It wasn't a fight. It was a conversation. Last week, he was not at home a lot. Like, he had some plans with his friends. He had to work late. He had some work events. So a lot of the times, like, he was out of the home. And on the Friday, he works from home. So from like 5 o'clock, I was asking him like, when are you finished? When are you finished? I didn't say this out loud, but what I wanted from him was when he was finished work to take Emmy, because I kind of needed a break. She is at this stage now where she loves the climb, she loves the crawl, she's chasing the dog, she's terrorizing the dog. Honestly, it's such a fun age. Like, I think this is my favorite stage, but at the same time, it's also very tiring to look after her by myself all day. And so I wanted him to kind of take over when he was finished work. But after work, he went to have a shower and he ended up taking a really long time. And I got annoyed because there are days when I take a shower and I'm literally in there for 2 minutes because that's the only time as a mother that you can have. Like, that's your baby needs you, so you need to make it quick. Like, in my mind, it felt like unfair. You know, he gets to go to his 9 to 5 and he gets to clock off on the weekend, but as a mom, you don't get to do that. Your job starts from when your baby wakes up until they go to sleep, and it's constant. Like, you don't get a break. And so I kind of felt mad about it. But I am so glad that we had the conversation about it, because it opened up a whole dialogue about me not feeling burnt out. Like, I don't think that's right. Like, I don't feel the need to be away from my baby or anything like that. But maybe what I feel is that I'm starting to feel like I need a break. Emmy is exclusively breastfed. She doesn't take a bottle. And I think if I was to have another baby, that's like something I would definitely do differently, is to make sure that they are able to bottle feed. Because since she's breastfed, I can't leave her with anyone else, like, unless I know that I'm going to be back by the time she needs to breastfeed. And she's 9 months now, and 9 months is a really long time to not be able to have time to do your own thing. I don't feel like I need a break from my baby. What I feel is that I need time to think about me and not anyone else. And I know, like, if any of my mum friends said that to me, I'd be like, yeah, obviously, like, you know, you have to look after yourself in order to give so much to someone else. You can't pour from an empty cup, like all those cliches. Regardless, what I feel currently is that I need kind of time to myself. This is a side note, but I got this Essence Baby Got blush for free, and it's actually really, really good, and it's only a couple of dollars. What we've now agreed is that on the weekends and on his days off, when Emmy gets up, I will feed her and then he will take her for the morning. So yes, it might mean that, you know, like this morning, I'm still doing something for her, but I don't need to, if I'm cooking in the kitchen, still keep an eye on her, which is like a huge burden, especially because now she's like crawling around, like we don't have a playpen. I kind of always have to have an eye on her, and I can't, like, you know, listen to a podcast or watch a video and just like relax and like do my own thing. This is like a first step for me to like have some time to do my own thing. And also the fact that she is now having solids. Like, she eats like 3 solid meals a day, weaning herself off breast milk. This opens up the opportunity for me to do like something for myself. So today, after Emmy has her first nap, my parents are actually going to come over and look after her. Will and I have not had any like alone time since she's been born. Last week, my parents came over to look after her, and we went out to like grab some lunch. And I actually said, like, it's actually so freeing that we were able to line up at the pop mart machine for 30 minutes and like I didn't have to worry about her at all. And even to do something as mundane as like line up for the pop mart machine, which is what we did, it felt like I was, I don't want to say my old self again, but it felt like something I could do pre-baby. Like, now, of course, the level of mental gymnastics I have to do if I want to leave her with someone. Like I have to make sure I'm back by a certain time. How can I bring her and work ourselves around her nap? But this is something I'm really excited about, is that we signed Emmy up for swimming and she goes on Saturdays. So Will is going to take her every weekend and like they're going to do like their whole Saturday morning routines. Like how cute. Like I think for the first couple of weeks I will go to watch her swim because like I would love to see that. But then, you know, maybe I'll start to have a think about what I can do in that time like for myself. Man, I haven't done anything for myself in so long. Like I don't even know what to do. Like what do people do? And now we're heading to the farmers market. Pistachio and biscoff. Thank you so much. Emmy's just gone down for her first nap, and usually I use this time to clean up the house because, wait, let me show you. She always plays in the living room, and this is our current situation. This actually drives me insane. Because our TV cabinet doesn't have any doors, we use like the bottom of it to store her toys, and it looks so messy. I feel like I'm tidying all day, but it always just looks like absolute chaos. We are looking for a new TV cabinet with doors so we can hide all her stuff, but the one we like isn't coming in stock until October, so we have to like wait for a whole month. But today I am not going to clean up. Instead, I'm going to sit here and do some knitting. I'm making the bikini sleepover by Fess Knit, and this is my gauge swatch. I have been working on it for 2 weeks now. This has almost taken me 2 weeks to do because I haven't been putting any time into it. I'm really happy to be learning a new skill in knitting, and I think it looks pretty nice. So our movie is at 3:45. We're watching the new Conjuring movie. I'm not into horror movies at all, but it's kind of like, it is Will's thing, so it's kind of become our thing. But like, I know the whole time I'm like doing these ones, you know? So yesterday I sat down to like map out Emmy's day, because she doesn't have a consistent wake up time. Like sometimes she gets up at 8, sometimes she gets up at 9. So I wrote down like what time she's going to get up and what time she's napping and when we're going to be away. We're going to do an early afternoon movie. My parents are coming at 2, and then we're going to leave to watch the movie at 3-ish, and then we'll be back by 5. And that's just like the mental load. Like of course like Will is like, don't worry, she'll be fine. This is my first time being away from her, like doing something fun, so I know she's more than capable. Like I trust that my baby is a very capable baby, but like I'm the one with anxiety, you know? Something that I am conscious about is that she's going to miss one breastfeed. Every time she wakes up from a nap or a sleep, she will have a breastfeed. During her last wake window, she'll wake up from her nap, have a breastfeed, and then right before bed, she'll do another feed. My parents are going to do meals with her, and I know she's going to be well fed and well hydrated, and I know, and she doesn't really drink that much during her last feed anyway, but because we're going to be away, we will miss that one feed right before she gets up from her nap. But you know, she's going to be fine. She'll be fine. Am I going to be fine? Who knows? It's the next day, so let's talk about yesterday. So unsurprisingly, I had my eyes closed the entire movie. It was pretty scary. After the movie, we came home and had dinner with my parents, And Emmy was completely fine. So with her schedule, it worked out that my parents put her to bed, and by the time we got home, like, she was awake from her last nap of the day. She's obviously spent a lot of time with my parents before, so she's very comfortable with them. I've said this before, but every single time I am worried or anxious about something, like, Emmy always shows me that she is much more resilient than I am. I think she's very much like her dad and has a chill and versatile personality, whilst like I'm the one who's like always worried about things. So I think next time we might even stay out and have dinner out. But of course, for my sake, I need to do baby steps. Recently, I've started to have a lot of conversations with my mum friends about how a lot of us are feeling burnt out in our roles as mothers. And of course, it's really finding that balance between wanting to give everything to my baby, but also knowing I need to take care of myself in order to give more. I know this is really just my first step in like taking care of myself again, and finding balance is a really long journey. So if you're also feeling burnt out, I hope this video inspires you to take a break for yourself. Thank you so much for sticking it around till the end. If you're also curious about what it's like to be a stay-at-home mum, I've got other videos you can check out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.